Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of On Point in West Point. I'm Reki, and this is my character, Emily Gavin. She and I are here today to talk to you about how to get started in West Point, and hopefully to impart some tips and tricks as we go through our daily routine. We are currently in day 1. And when we last left, we had raided the Gigamart for food and various items that were going to be needed for the evening to get us through overnight. And now we are going to head out, and we have a list of 5 things we are looking for. We are looking for a microwave. We are looking for a bed. We're looking for an axe. We're looking for a trolley. And I'll be darned if I can't remember what the 5th thing was, but we'll hopefully find it when we head out of here. So the best place to find a microwave and a bed is probably going to be in a home. And we will... We could potentially start raiding homes first. Another thing we can do is head for the tool shop, which there's usually a tool shop or a hardware store here in West Point. And if we can go there... Oh, we're looking for an axe. If we can go there and find an axe or a propane torch, that will be extremely useful. So I want to turn on my map symbols. As you can see, I have some symbols here that I've put on the map, but they're not showing on the mini map. And in order to enable them on your mini map, hit S. I always remember it as S for show. And now I'll know what these symbols mean. So this is the Gigamart. That's the safe house. That is the gun store behind us. And this coming up here on the right, I believe, is Spiffos. Another thing we want to do probably tomorrow is run through some of these restaurant locations and some of the locations of the bakeries and loot them for baked goods and other perishable food that is got the shortest shelf life. Alright, so down here we've got Drake's, which is a pub. This is a bakery, so we know we definitely want to get back here as soon as possible. There's Mendy's, I think. Okay, so let's look this way. A lot of times the hardware store is over here, across from the bookstore and the coffee shop. So let's see here. That looks like... I don't know what that is. There's the hardware store, and I would bet you anything that there are zombies in here, because there usually are. Oh, nope, today it's empty. We will take it. And we'll turn this light on too, because it's really dark in here. Alright, so let's see if we can find an axe. Well, there's a hand axe at least. We're going to come back and get as many of these items as we can. Ah, welding rods. That's useful. Welding rods and metal often means that they also sell propane torches. Which... Oh. Boots. Let's just wear those immediately, because I think she's still currently wearing a pair of sneakers. And the military boots will protect her feet a lot more. Alright. Lots of parts. A hard hat, we'll wear that. That'll protect her head from zombie attacks. And, oh wow, we have a wonderful library here, so we'll have to come back and grab that. Alright, scrap metal, welding, a propane torch. There we go. We definitely needed that, and a welder mask. And a metal bar. If we can grab one or more of those, that will help us get the windows secured, or get us started at least. A pickaxe is a good backup weapon. Wrench, more hand axes, no actual full axe, which would be useful, but that's okay. We got, oh, an axe. There we go. And a wood axe. The wood axe is a wonderful item because it's the only axe that can be repaired. Let's grab this saw. Okay, so we have now taken care of a few of our objectives, which were to find an axe, a propane torch, and so on and so forth. And we'll just load these in to the trunk here because this stuff is heavy. We don't want to be carrying it around. And I hear zombies somewhere, which makes me a bit uneasy. So we're going to move. Since I don't know where the zombies actually are, we're going to get the car to a location that's a bit more open. And then I can continue unloading in the hopes that if any of the zombies break free, I'll have some warning. Okay, so best place to find a microwave might be at the pub, potentially. Let's see here. Or we can just hit a house, since we need a bed. So let's just do that. So we found axes and propane torches. That was really helpful. And we've got enough food to get us at least overnight, if not more than that. It looks like something broke out of that bakery since we were last there. So let's head up this way. Another thing we can do while we are looking for a bed and a microwave is also look for the fire truck, because a lot of times the fire truck has an axe in it. So we've got 2 axes. Standard axes often wear out and break, and they're extremely costly to repair. So the more of those we have, the better. The wood axe, I believe, can be repaired if your metalworking is high enough, which ours is not. So again, the more axes we have, the better, because our metalworking isn't high enough to repair the wood axe yet. Alright, let's get down here and take care of this guy, and then we'll go have a look in this house here. Jeez, my timing is really off. And if you wonder why I always grab watches using set alarm, it's because you don't want to run the risk of an alarm going off while you're wandering around, because it can attract zombies to you. So you definitely want to make sure that you turn off any alarms that the watches may have. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Anything in the mailbox? No. Let's have a look around. Looks like it's pretty quiet inside. We might be able to pick up a TV here too, which is useful. Nothing in the bathroom. Oh, we're right near the house with the propane tank too, so that's useful. Nothing in the bedroom, but there's a whole expanse over here we haven't checked. Let's see here. And a radio if we want one. Alright, so let's head in here and have a look at what's available. I really don't like to go into a fully dark house. Where's the light switch? There it is. Okay, so that's gonna help. Alright, and let's have a look here. Nothing in the dresser that we need to worry about. Can I pick up this bed? Not without a hammer. And I think I put our hammer down. So that was dumb of me, because I can't pick up a bed tonight then. But it looks like we can grab a microwave while we're here. And we can grab a TV and a TV stand. And that'll enable us to watch the news and keep up with certain things. I can't believe that I forgot that I was going to need tools, since we were going to try to break down a bed, but The nice thing about this taxi is it has a capacity of 68 instead of low capacity like so many vehicles have. It's not great. It's not like a truck, which has a nice capacity, but definitely could be worse. I wonder if we can pick up this couch without... Nope, we still need tools to pick that up too. Let's grab this radio because maybe it'll have the emergency broadcast channel, and let's loot for fresh food so nothing in the house goes bad. Teacups. I'm not gonna worry about tumblers yet. Let's grab some of these empty cooking pots and pans, and there wasn't anything in the bathroom, so I think we're good to go. Alright, so let's see here. We got a microwave, we got a TV, we got an axe, we got the propane torch, we got some more food. I think we're in pretty good shape. So let's go back and we will unload, and it's still $3.50, so I can grab tools and we can come back and try to get the bed out of that house and see if that's going to be possible. At her current level, odds might be high that the bed's going to break and we're going to have to go in and out of several houses before we either get an intact bed or we can get the bed in pieces. The bed comes in 4 pieces. But the reason we want to get a bed as soon as possible is because if she has to sleep in chairs or on couches, she's going to sleep worse and get less rest. So let's transfer all this junk. Oops. I'm just going to let a bunch of this stuff go into some of these bags here. And then we can sort it and be easier to move it around because we can just pick up a bag and go somewhere with it. Alright, what's in here? Lots of stuff we don't want in a toolbox. So we're gonna go here and grab all this stuff that I accidentally put in here. We're gonna try to get it out onto the floor. And it's not going to let us do that. Okay, so we're going to have to do this the long way, which I hate. I used to be able to just drag stuff from one container to another on the floor, but since the recent update, that is not working for me anymore, and I don't know why. Alright, so now we'll transfer everything that she's currently carrying. And now let's have a look for more tools. Let's equip that primary. And we've got a hammer, 2 crowbars. We don't need 2 crowbars. We just need 1. Let's organize this by categories. So we need a pipe wrench. The lug wrench can stay here for now. We don't need a lug wrench because we're not working on cars. Wrench, screwdriver, pipe wrench, hammer, crowbar. I feel like we're missing something. A saw. We're missing a saw, which might still be out in the car. Alright, so we're going to rename this to car toolbox. And yep, there it is up there, so that's good. And we're gonna equip the weapon she's carrying and start getting stuff out of here. Okay, so let's leave all of the heavy stuff in the car, and we'll take it last. table. We'll take this microwave. Can I get this television? Not without causing her undue pain. So we're just gonna... Come on. We're just gonna place this out here temporarily. Like I said, we can come back and move stuff around where we want it when we return. And we're gonna transfer all this stuff to the floor again, all this heavy stuff. And does she have anything in her backpack? She doesn't. So I think the only thing we still have left outside is the TV. Which we will grab. And we can't place it, but we can drop it. It's funny how sometimes where you are holding an item affects what you can do with it. Alright, so it looks like everything is cleared. And actually what I'm going to do before we leave is put these last few things in the toolbox so it's all together. There should be room for these things. Okay, so the welding rods have to be held out. We're probably not going to do much in the way of welding today anyways, so. Alright. Let's unequip this, and we're going to head back, and we're going to grab the bed if we can. And if we can manage that, then we have met our goals for this episode. And if we can't, then we're going to have to do a little bit more hunting around for a bed. And that's just how it's going to have to be. Early on, when your skills are low, you might find that you might have to accept a chair or a couch or something like that that you can grab without having to break it apart. But I usually just go straight for the bed if I can, and then if I'm unsuccessful for 4 or 5 beds, or I can get one piece out of 4 and do that for 4 or 5 beds, then it's worth it to get the bed early because it really helps. Oh, and unfortunately, oh, that's the floor. We don't want the floor. Look at that. Carpentry too. So obviously we can't pick the bed up. So what we're going to need to do is grab this couch. I think we can grab the couch without carpentry. Nope, that requires carpentry as well. Sometimes there are things that you can pick up, like chairs, that don't require carpentry, and sometimes there are not. So what we're going to have to do, barring that, is see if we can find a reasonable chair for her to sleep in for the next few days while we work on her carpentry. And I want to grab that propane tank that's next door as well. There's a chair in there. So if there's no zombies in here... There's another belt, but we don't need a belt. But there's some sleeping tablets and another pair of jeans. So we'll take those. And let's see, what have we got on the bookshelves here? Nothing that's imminently important there. A mechanic's manual, we'll take that because that's useful. Hunting, we'll take that. Oh, it's a couch. I thought it was a chair. Alright, so that's not going to help us much. Let's grab this fresh food before it goes bad. Oh, darn it. I want this in my backpack. Come on, go in the backpack. Thank you. Oh, but we found a water bottle, so that's useful. Actually, I guess we have two. So, is there anything That's really helpful. No, we can come back and raid for more containers later. Now our goal is to find a chair. It's already 5 p.m. Don't really want to have her out too much later because she has a lot to do back at the safe house. That sounds like a squeaky window. And it is a squeaky window. There's somebody standing there trying to get out. So let's see if we can... Alright. There's a chair. So good. Alright, so let's see if we can clear this. There's a guy. There's 2 guys back here in the kitchen. Let's get him first. And then him. And let's check this bathroom. I hate these close quarters fighting. A lot of times I will bust a window and let them fall out. And I always leave doors open so that they can find their way outside where you have more space to fight them. Alright, anything in here? Oh, a fanny pack. We'll just wear that. That's extremely useful. There's a shotgun here, which we don't need. Actually, 2 shotguns. I'll leave those there for now. A gun case. I'm not going to worry about it. Alright. What's on the floor here? So we got some chips on the floor. We got a can of soda on the floor. Let's take this digital watch. And this ring. And we've got a lighter. I was actually kind of hoping we might find keys or something. It's probably too much to hope for given the situation, but... Oh, there's a CD. Oh, look, a tape, and it's a fitness tape. And Long Blunt Volume 1. I think I might be beyond that book already, but it doesn't hurt to look. Okay, some electronics. We'll take that. We'll take these magazines. Anything on the floor, an empty mug and stuff. Just leave this stuff on the floor for now. Bourbon, anything in this bookshelf that's useful. Hunter Volume 2, we'll take that. And first aid. Okay, so first aid stuff we'll throw in the fanny pack. And we'll grab a couple of towels and a spare pipe wrench. That's useful. Okay. Alright, so I don't think there's... Oh. Where was that chicken at? In the oven. Let's just eat that before that goes bad. Alright, he's got a lighter. We'll take that. This one has a ring. And let's loot all this food. And I think we can pretty much leave everything else for a later looting run. Okay. Good. So what we're going to do is try to grab this chair. And we were successful. And we're going to go out here and crap. We're going to have to fight while we're loaded down, which I hate to do. But if we try to get this in the trunk while he's approaching, we're just going to wind up having to fight loaded anyways. Alright, so where did this chair go? Let's kind of go back here. Excellent. Okay, and I think I saw a zombie off to the right, and I'm going to go fight that zombie just to lessen the number of zombies in the world. And then we're going to pack it in, and we're going to head back to the safe house. And that'll be the end of this episode, because we have pretty much what we need to survive the night. in a semi-comfortable fashion. She wasn't wearing anything useful. Okay. Just get in and we will hop seats. And we'll travel around the block and go grab that propane torch. Or not the propane torch, but the propane tank. Oh, and there's a cop car here. You know what, while we're here, let's just have a look. It looks like this is in kind of bad shape, but we might find a few things that are useful. And we did. And actually, let's check the seat. Anything in the seat? No. So we've got a lot of guns, of course. I was kind of hoping we might find a bulletproof vest, but apparently not. So we're going to continue around the block. We're going to pick up the propane tank. And then we're going to head back to our happy home. We'll take that jacket. That jacket is not a bad item to protect ourselves with in a pinch. Alright, and there's the propane grill. So we're going to hop this fence and we're going to go grab the propane tank out of it. Remove propane tank. And then grab propane tank. And off we go. I happen to have the propane and gasoline mod installed, which allows you to make your own propane and gasoline, but it's quite costly to make the propane tanks, so you're far better off if you can collect them. Plus, you have some propane to fall back on in the beginning when your skills are not high enough to create the distiller and actually make the propane. I don't believe that there's a level requirement to make propane itself, but you have to be able to make the distiller in order for that to work. So if you're in a multiplayer game, one character can make the distiller, and everybody can use it even if they don't have the metal working to make it. But unfortunately, in a solo game, you kind of have to do it all. Alright, so we're back here at the safe house, and I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here, and I'll unload the car, and we'll come back into the next episode, and we'll begin setting up the safe house and taking some time to improve her carpentry skills if we can. And if we don't have enough time for that, then we'll also we'll sleep and we'll take a trip to the bookstore looking for the carpentry books. So I hope to see you next time. You guys take care. Bye-bye.